tuning in to Finding Christ with Kim Ruff. I am so excited about our guest today, DeShawn Snow, former Real Housewife of Atlanta. She's an entrepreneur, she's a mother, she is an amazing woman of God. And we're going to sit down together and discuss her journey. She's absolutely beautiful, and I am delighted that she's going to join us today. Did you find Christ at an early age?
Yes, obviously I grew up in the church, so I can't even remember, but all my life I went to church.
Yes.
And then even in college and high school and all of that, when you stay at home, you have to go to church when you're younger, but I continued on and went with my aunt, and,
Okay.
so I had that strong spiritual foundation.
Okay, and did you grow up, so you grew up in a Christian home?
I did grow up in a Christian home.
Okay.
And, you know how they say, like, it's one thing knowing scripture is another thing experiencing scripture. So I don't know that I necessarily experienced the scripture till later on in life.
Right.
But I've always had that foundation, and I've always, knew Christ. And
Amen.
He was always the head of my life.
Amen. Amen. So on the show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, you had an idyllic life, NBA player husband, beautiful boys, beautiful home. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, Real Housewives of Atlanta came at a time, a lot of people didn't realize I always did real estate. I had my own brokerage, EDJ Realty.
Okay.
And Nene and I knew a lot of the same people. We had a lot of mutual friends, and because they were in property management, real estate. And so she referred me, and I think she referred pretty much all of the cast. And we did several interviews. And I think the first time I didn't make it, but then they came back around.
Oh, wow.
And then,
Never knew that.
Yes. But they didn't, I think they weren't settled in the cast yet, and then they came back around.
Okay. So we're learning so much. And tell me about your sons.
Well, I have 3, they're young men now, so it's they're not babies.
Okay.
It's a little bit different now. I have to treat them as such.
Right.
EJ will be 21 in a couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. He's in his 3rd year of college at University of Texas, Dallas.
Okay.
And we have Darius, who'll be 18 in December. He's a senior, but he's going to Michigan State to play football. He's going to be an early enrollee, so he'll start in January. And then my youngest is Jaron, and he'll be 17 in December.
Oh, wow. And they are so handsome.
Thank you.
Yes, they are. So was it hard keeping your faith on the show?
No, it wasn't hard keeping my faith on the show. I mean, my faith is who I am, so it wasn't hard being me.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Could you kind of tell us your story, your journey, from your perspective on your marriage and how that dissolved just in your own way?
Yeah, so Eric and I met freshman year of college, so that was my college sweetheart. We were together, I guess, a total of 20 years. By the time we were married for 12 or 13 years. So, Eric was the love of my life. He's the father of my children. I'm always going to love and respect him. I always going to consider him as family.
Yeah.
So we just we grew apart, but things happen. There's a lot of regrets there, but
that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. So you've forgiven. It sounds like
early on, I had to forgive because I needed my breakthrough. Like, I needed to get what I needed to get. So I didn't have time for anything getting in the way.
Amen.
So I couldn't harbor any unforgiveness. And God has certainly forgiven me for a lot of stuff. So who am I to not forgive him? I think earlier on too, what helped me, my journey was long, but one of the things that didn't make it as long, I guess, I realized that, because when we go through things, it's not necessarily about us, it's about what God needs to do through us, and it's really about other people.
Come on.
So I realized that's what God needed to do to get my attention.
Right.
He pretty much had to take everything away from me to knock me to my knees, because like I said, I always knew Christ, but I didn't really experience Christ, and he had to show me that he was God.
Yes.
And he was my source, nothing else. And he just had to humble me.
Yes. And
to be honest.
When you say that, it reminds me of Romans 8:28, that all things work together for good to them that love God and who are the called according to his purpose.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Did you find that you lost friends during your downtime? Were your friends and family supportive? Sometimes that can be a mixture.
Yeah,
Tell us
true.
about that.
So, I mean, you know, we had a lot of mutual friends. So, you know, with any married people, you know, when you have a divorce, you know, you lose friends in a divorce. And that's fine. I lost a few friends. But I've always had just, and they were like friends, associates. But my close-knit circle, you know, I always kept a small circle anyhow.
Okay.
Most of the people that knew me from, you know, childhood,
Right.
and few new people, and they were always there for me.
Okay.
I have a habit of, I think, you know, when we go through things, sometimes we kind of shut everybody out. And, you know, they had to tell me that that's not really fair to them. And I didn't, you know, they had to give it to me from their point of view, because obviously I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm just like trying to figure out my life, and like I didn't have time for, I just wasn't thinking about nobody else. But they love me and they care for me, and it hurts them to see me hurt and for them to not be able to help me.
Right.
So, you know, it was always a balance with that. But I'm grateful for the few friends that I had, because they kind of like went down in that pit with me and see me come out of it.
Praise God.
So like when because you know, when you're on a journey, and you know, you take 2 steps forward and you might take 5 steps back.
Right.
And it's like, you know, I'm taking these steps back, and this is disappointing to me, but it's also like I'm worried about, I got, you know, because they're so proud of me and they, you know, are rooting for me.
Yes.
And I don't want to let them down.
Right.
At the same time, because then they're back down and pit with me. They want me out.
Well, let me just comment.
Okay.
You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous. Look at your body. Look at this fabulosity going on.
Thank you.
Can you expound on that and tell us about that?
With the weight loss, like, so I've lost weight. So, you know, I've lost and gained weight a bunch of times.
Okay.
I think after when I first got divorced, I had lost like 35 pounds. My trainer at the time was also a good friend of mine.
Okay.
You know, he like would come 6 o'clock in the morning, get me out of bed. That's him really caring about me. He didn't want me in bed all day. He would have me in the gym. But then, you know, those years I've gained some weight. But what happened was, I would say maybe a year ago, or maybe in 17 or the summer of 2017.
Okay.
So my youngest of the boys live in Dallas.
Okay.
And my youngest was with me, but he was getting ready to move to Dallas. And so I made a conscious decision. I said, okay, well, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to fall into a depression and all of that again. So I'm gonna focus all my energy on like working out. You know, that was just like a coping thing for me. So that was like the motivation. And then, you know, we was on a very strict diet at first. Then I was with my trainer and all of that. So I've lost the weight, but like I said, I've lost weight before, but I think the difference is now, because everyone, you know, makes like I'm so different. But,
you look good, girl.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But I think the difference is because all of the work that I did on the inside, so now the outside is matching.
Come on.
And I think they see it inside out.
Right.
And so maybe
That's God.
that's God, yeah.
That's God.
Yeah.
So also tell us about your endeavors, things that you've got going on. You've got a foundation.
Well, I don't have the foundation any longer.
Okay.
So I have this foundation helping teen girls.
Okay.
Because when I was a teenager, you know, I made a lot of wrong decisions, had a lot of self-esteem issues, was always looking for love and all of that, right? So when we had the platform, you know, with Eric, you know, being an athlete and everything,
Right.
you know, a lot of girls would look up to me. It's like, oh, I wish I could, you know, have that and this and that. And so I felt it was my duty to let them know, like, you too can have life and you can have it abundantly. It doesn't matter the mistakes that you made. You're not defined by your experience.
Absolutely.
They don't have to define you. I mean, they will define you unless you do otherwise.
Right.
So it was always important for me to like just share that with them. Okay. And so a lot of times I'm just saying really what their parents are saying, but they receive it differently from me. And so we had programs, we had camps, we did a lot of work with the girls, and that's still my passion. And so like now, you know, I want to do the same with women.
Okay.
Specifically like divorced women or hurting women, because I have a heart for hurting women. Pain is pain, so it doesn't matter about the level of pain or, you know, the level of the circumstance.
Absolutely.
I just reconnected with a few of my basketball friends, basketball wives, and a few of them are actually divorced now too, or some are going through divorce. My girlfriend had a mentoring program a couple months ago in Philadelphia, so we all came together to help out. And separately we had some meetings, and we were just kind of all discussing our journeys. And you never really know what a person is going through.
No, you don't.
So hearing everything, I was like, wow, I didn't know.
Wow.
And then it put things in perspective, it puts your journey in perspective. But what I realized is that, I guess I kind of knew it too, but it's real evident that just, one person's level of pain is no different from another. Just because her story, you didn't endure what she endured, but her pain is not any less or not any more than yours.
Absolutely.
Pain, right?
Absolutely.
So, we just have to come together and just encourage one another. So that's, pretty much everything that I'm doing now. So we have some shows that we're pitching.
Okay.
We have the animated series based off the book series. We have a scripted drama and then a reality show.
Okay.
And that's geared toward helping women.
Okay. And tell me about your book.
Right. So I have the children's book series, Little Shiny.
Okay.
And that was birthed out of, that vision for that was the brand, the books, the animated series, and the merchandising line.
Okay.
So this was a while ago. But I went ahead and put the books out in 2012. So I was like, well, this is what I can do in the natural.
Okay.
So God can put a super on.
Come on, won't you do it?
And so years later, now we're pitching the show, the animated series. But I did the books because that's for girls 9 to 12.
Okay.
My foundation was for girls 12 to 17.
Okay.
And in doing my programs, I realized that I needed to reach the girls at an earlier age because they're so impressionable.
Okay.
So Little Shiny is for them.
Don't mind if you could just read a passage, maybe just a little paragraph.
Yeah. So take the center stage and how to shine, or how to really shine from within. Because you know how we're always judging our inside by someone else's edited outside, right? And we see, we're trying to do right, but we see people that's not even doing right, and then they're getting all this good stuff.
Oh my goodness, then they wear you out.
And so, and then with Little Shiny, we have Nevaeh, which is really heaven backwards. It's the Holy Spirit, but we say she's like the spiritual guide that only she sees.
Wow.
And she kind of guides her through situation, gives her different points of view.
I love that.
So,
I love that. And could we see the cover of that?
Yeah, so, and then there's a website, lilshiny.com.
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 Okay.
And it's an interactive website.
Okay.
So there's like a parent-teacher resource guide and, trivia and all of that for kids.
Oh,
and
wow.
you can order the books there as well.
That is amazing. That's amazing. God is just doing wonderful things in your life.
Thank you.
You're truly blessed and highly favored, and the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
And could you tell me how God got you through all of this, through the divorce, through the healing, through, in your own words, so that that wife, that mother who got devastating news and she realizes that her marriage is going to crumble.
Yes.
Let her know that it's not over and
Well,
make
it's
your
not.
own way.
Right. I'm living tested because I really didn't think I could live without Eric. Believe it or not, I didn't think I could live without Eric because he was my everything. But I am only here because of the grace of God. I mean, I'm grateful that I have that strong spiritual foundation. I've always had that. So in that, that God never ends on a negative. So if it's negative, it's not the end. So I always had that guiding force behind me. And I knew that, His grace is sufficient.
It's sufficient.
It's more than sufficient. Trust me. And that's when I said when you can experience. Because when you have everybody changing their mind and seemingly not there for you, when you have no one but Him, then you really understand. The value of it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
That's the point of it, right?
Yeah.
So I know Him in a different way. I can hear His voice in a different way. I've had to really lean on Him. His hand's been on me the entire time. It's not been easy at all. And then, even in the beginning, because a lot of times you get stuck. I was stuck in the longest between who I was and who I was supposed to be, right? So I'm in this in-between stage. And I wasn't really liking because I'm supposed to be strong, I got this foundation and all this. So I was really, actually, didn't like who this person was. And so I went through a season of self-sabotage, really, actually, because I was like, if I'm gonna fall off, it's not gonna be because of no man.
Right.
So let me fall off of something else. And God just shakes his head at me.
Yes.
You know, but his hand was all over me.
Yes.
His hands were, he's, you know,
And still is. Mm-hmm.
I could have easily been, my story could have easily turned out a different way. And so that's why we understand too, and I have a different perspective as well. Like when people go through things, you cannot judge. You don't know. Sometimes it might take everything in them to even make a decision, even though that decision is the wrong decision. And you think, well, how could you do that? No, you don't know.
That's very powerful.
Yeah, but I never thought like that before. But now I understand because you know I've made quite a few bad
We all
decisions.
have. We
Yeah,
all
so
made
questionable.
so many mistakes.
So yeah, I mean God's just really been there for me. You know, when all of life is lying to you, you know, you can always turn to His Word and see what He says about you. And so sometimes, you know, like you just don't see it for yourself, or you don't see it in the natural. You just gotta hold tight to those words and those promises. Especially when you don't have anything but that, you appreciate it differently. And, you know, and then as you go through things later, you always have that frame of reference, how He did it before, He's going to do it again.
Yes, I love that. If He did it before, He
will
do it again.
And He's always done stuff, obviously, you know, in our life, but it's a whole different level, it's a whole different value when you're going through things. So for women going through divorce, I would just encourage them to, you know, push through. You can't bypass the progress, the process for progress. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but you can get through it. And you have to take it step by step. Like you can't, because you can try to numb yourself and do all this stuff, but you're still going to get back to that point. So just kind of like go through it, like pull your sleeves up, put your big girl panties on and just go through it. It's not going to be hard, but you will get through it. And this is why, since I have friends now, they call me a lot, you know, people that are going through divorce and stuff. And that's why I tell them, I don't sugarcoat it. It's not going to be easy, but you'll get through it. And I also say, be kind to yourself. Because you have to be kind and gentle to yourself, because, you know, you're not going to be happy with, you know, because you're just going to be a mess. Some people will be a mess, and you think, I'm better than this, you know, I should know better, and all of this. Or you can make all this progress, and then something will trigger you, and then you go backwards. So it's important that we be kind to ourselves, you know, because the battle is won, you know, obviously with our mouth and our mind, right?
Come on.
So a lot of times, even though we don't feel it in our heart, but we know in our head, because I would have Post-its, like all over my mirror, over my steering wheel, over my computer screen, like just
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You are worthy.
Just reminding yourself.
Tell yourself, because you have to realize that others people's decision does not define your value. Right? So, you know, and even if you don't believe it for yourself, you know that God knows it. And that's good enough. So just hold on to that.
I love that. So what would you tell a younger you?
Don't get comfortable. To know that your life is bigger than you. Your decisions and everything that you're doing, there's always someone watching. It's not really about you. That's why I tell my younger self, it's not about you.
Wow.
It's not about you.
I am just so blessed to be here with you today. You've inspired me, you've blessed me. I know that you've blessed millions of women all over the world this morning.
Thank you.
And we're just going to spend a little bit more time with you.
A licensed realtor since 2004. And I had my own brokerage, EDJ Realty, before Housewives. And then I put that on inactive, and then, but I, you know, just did referrals. And now, well, in 2014, I had to work, so I got back into real estate, and I'm with Sotheby's. I'm with Atlanta Fine Homes.
Oh, wow, an amazing firm.
Yes. So this is a beautiful home that we have listed. Well, actually, a friend of mine has this listed, but it's a beautiful home.
Okay.
In the country club.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, that's another one. Like, some people, especially married to some people or whatever, like, a lot of times, like, for me, it wasn't, because I wanted peace of mind. Like, you know, to lose everything. You know, while I indulged in it, I like to indulge in it, but it really did not define me. And so that was the furthest thing from my mind. When I had to downsize, when I had to let stuff go, that was simple for me to do. Because I was just trying to get to a point where I needed to be, where I can be at peace and get whatever it is I felt that God was, had for me.
Right.
And I wasn't worried about the other stuff.
Okay.
I think when you're just going through life, that seems like it's such a big deal. And it was a big deal to me, but in reality it's not.
I love that.
You see what I'm saying?
I love
so
that.
You have different, when you go through the fire, you just come out a whole better person. Like, I'm thankful for the pruning because I'm a totally different person. I mean, I like nice stuff, but I'm good, I'm good with staying in my lane. I want to get out of my lane, but I can stay in my lane too when I need, when I can get out.
And you've had all of that.
I had it, and I want it back. And I'll have it back.
So don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. But, that's just another thing. Sometimes God got to shake everything, like, get your point of view, and, where your focus at.
So, DeShawn, tell me about life coaching.
Well, so I'm doing the Tony Robbins, the life coach training to be a certified life coach, and then I'll get board certified.
Okay.
So as I told you, I know everything we go through is for other people, and I believe really my ministry now is for helping like hurting women. I feel like I'm developing these keys to unlock emotional healing.
Right.
So all my projects, everything, all my books and everything would be geared around that. So I started taking the training because I figured it will add value, it will give me more tools, more strategies so that I can help others. Like I said, the reality show that we're pitching involves that, and then I'm working on my personal book as well.
Oh wow!
So
I can't wait for you to do that.
Actually, I got several books in me, so I'm just trying to separate them and do the mind map. But so the life coach now, because I'm pretty much life coach with my friends and stuff now. People calling me a lot.
Yeah.
Trusted friends because they know that they can trust me. They know that I've experienced it, and we always, even though I'm not where I want to be, but there's always someone. I might be only at chapter 12 of my life, but there's someone at chapter 2. So I can always add value. So I'm gonna start taking, clients on for life coaching as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I can see you doing that.
Thank you. I think it all fits in, with what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Because one thing with me, or one thing that I had issues with is staying focused.
Okay.
Like I would get distracted easily.
Okay.
I'm always like almost looking for a distraction.
Well, you're very creative.
Yeah, but
so that's kind of normal.
But you have to stay focused, and so now when I'm, now I'm being really focused, that things are really falling into place. Okay. And what I find too that is when it's of God, it's simple.
Oh wow,
right?
that's so powerful.
It's simple. It's not
you
hard.
You just blessed me with that.
And I'm at the stage now where I'm, when things don't go as they're supposed to go, or if I get the wrong, get a no or whatever, it's quicker for me to say, okay, it must not be what God has for me. Right. Whereas before, I'm trying to make it work. Well, why not? And this and that. I'm just tired, like I'm just tired of doing it my way.
Right.
I'm trying to do it God's way. I'm trying to I think we all are.
Right.
But I'm really focusing on trying to do it right.
Okay, beautiful.
So it has great outdoor space.
It is absolutely
perfect
amazing.
For entertaining.
Beautiful. The architectural details are just amazing.
And it's in great condition too. Amen.
So tell me about your motivational speaking, your motivational coaching. What does that entail?
So like I said, I'm going to do with the life coaching and take private clients. Virtually or in person.
Okay.
But all that is is my mission anyhow. It's part of my purpose. Okay. But yes, I'm available to speak at different organizations.
Wow. That's so good to know.
Yeah.
And how can we contact you?
Through my website, DeShawnSnow.com.
DeShawnSnow.com. Very good. And let me know a little bit about your book. I think you said you were...
I'm working on my book. Like I said, as I've gone through this journey, and some of the things that I was stuck at, the things that were the thorn in our side, or the things that, God's really trying to work out in us. And that's the whole purpose that I'm supposed to help other people with. So,
absolutely.
I think I'm like developing these keys to unlock emotional healing. So I'm just kind of putting together the book proposal for the agent, and I'm excited to get that out because you know, I'm not gonna let this pain go to waste.
I like that.
Might as well, you know, help somebody
Right.
with it.
Right.
You know, like I said, I've definitely learned a lot, you know, about myself as well. And, you know, I think I can help other women out as well.
Yes.
You know, we all are, you know, still a work in progress. I'm definitely still a work in progress.
Right.
And I'm not really who I'm supposed to be just yet, but I know who I'm not. You know, in the process, you learn who you are not or what you won't accept and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm fine-tuning that
Yeah.
list, you know.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Love,
Well, of course,
Mr. Right.
I'm open to, you know, I always say, like, I'm a wife. I'm not a girlfriend.
All right now.
So this dating stuff is not really for me. I get that you have to date to get to the marriage. You know, I was with Eric since freshman year in college.
Right.
So, you know, and you know, I've dated a couple people, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what I'm trying now is
Okay.
focusing on me and, you know, let everything come. Because, you know,
Right.
I want to be married again, and I want my fairy tale life again. I want my happily ever after. So now I'm just trying to, like, create the life that I don't want to be rescued from.
Right.
And then everything else will come to me. Because the other way was not working. Clearly, it's not working. I keep getting, I don't know. But I'm very discerning.
Yeah.
My discernment has gotten a lot better.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I have a high, you know, my level of reference. You know, even though, you know, the way our marriage ended wasn't ideal. I mean, I had a great marriage. I mean, Eric truly loved me. And that's
Right.
something, you know, no one can take away. And so I know what it's like to be truly loved. And so, you know, I'm not accepting anything less. You know, I've settled before, but that doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve God. I mean, God doesn't want us to settle.
No, he doesn't.
So,
Say it a little bit louder for the women
for
in
the
the back.
people in the back. God does not want us
He
to
does
settle.
not want
It's
us
not
to
even
settle.
worth it. It's not even worth it.
No, it's not.
You know, I'm too old. I'm too grown. I don't have time to play.
No,
and
that's
pretend.
right.
And I think that, you know, sometimes I'm just like, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, God, because God, everything that I want, God has here for me.
Right.
In terms of, you know, and I'm trying to get it everywhere else.
Right.
And so I'm trying to just only get it from God, if that makes sense. Sometimes, like, I feel like I want a natural manifestation of God's love.
Okay.
You know, so I'm a work in progress in that. In terms of just being full off of just God's love alone. You know, but I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
And I know that's a love that I can trust.
Right.
I know that's a love that's not going to change its mind.
not gonna change
I know that's
ever.
a love that's never going to go away.
That's right.
It's unconditional.
That's right,
You know,
DeShawn.
and so I'm trying to do it right. I really am.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of doing it wrong.
Yeah. And the best is yet to come for
The
you.
best is yet to come. I'm
And he's going to do exceedingly abundantly more than you could ever ask or think. I know that. You're going to give me your testimony.
Yeah.
I'm just so thrilled and so happy that you had this time to talk to me today and
Thank
to
you for
inspire
having
all the women out there. And I know that your testimony is going to bless us.
Yes.
Thank you
I'm
so much,
grateful for the
DeShawn.
opportunity.